Hello guys and welcome back to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. It is currently Tuesday and the crypto market is pumping, the stock market is also pumping, so let's get right into the charts. Firstly, let's start with Bitcoin on the lower term time frame. As you can see, Bitcoin currently perfectly testing that weekly pivot twice and right now actually trying to break above it the first time. As you can see, a couple of hours ago we actually got rejected from that value area, from that weekly pivot, sorry, and we did bounce and held that POC. We did not drop down to that value area low basically, but as you can see right now, Bitcoin currently trying to break above that weekly pivot, and then the next target will be that value area high of the range, and also our weekly pivot resist at 109.4k basically. These are my targets for now. Also, you can see Bitcoin perfectly bounced from that weekly support one and that value area low, acting as really strong support. As we talked in my previous video, has Bitcoin bottomed out? As you can see, I was talking about that weekly pivot and that potential bounce from that weekly support one basically, and that's exactly what happened. We also did get a perfect bounce on Ethereum basically from that value area low. We did not lose that range basically. As you can see here, we are still in that big range for Ethereum, and right now we are back above that weekly pivot for Ethereum, and right now perfectly testing that value area high. Since we are back above that weekly pivot, I'm expecting for it to stay above it, and then, as you know, act as a strong support basically. I was telling you, if we don't lose this level, then it's possible uptime for it, and that's exactly what happened, guys, basically. So if we also look at on a hard term time frame basically, on the daily, the RSI got perfectly, as you can see right here, cooled off perfectly, and right now it's up again after almost 3 days of and a 10% correction basically. Our RSI momentum got perfectly cooled off, and also our momentum wave is currently trying also the same as the RSI to flip back above to the upside basically. So if that happens, I'm expecting still a very big move to the upside for Ethereum. Now if we go back to Bitcoin, as you can see, Bitcoin on the daily also perfectly got that cooled off RSI momentum on the daily. As you can see, after a couple, or maybe a week, after 7 days exactly, after a week of a cool off basically, of a dump that was about correction basically 7.5%, we are right now gaining momentum once again. Also, we did not break below that value area low of the range. As you can see right here, we held it perfectly as support, and currently Bitcoin breaking out of that weekly pivot. Also, if you look at the open interest and the CVD, guys, you can see this move up is actually a lot of buyer pressure basically, since we have our CVD going up and our open interest going up. So this basically means new longs have entered the market as of right now. So this pump is not just some empty pump, as you know. And also on that move up, as you can see right here on our liquidations, we did liquidate a lot of shorts basically at this high, at these levels right here. So this is also a good sign that the bears are getting cracked. Also, if you look at the liquidation heat map, as you can see, we still have a lot of liquidity to the upside to still take. We did actually take a bit of liquidity right here. That's exactly the same liquidity that we see here, the liquidations basically. And also, as I said, I'm still expecting a possible move up to the upside, take out all of this liquidity as well. Since if we look back at the stock market, you can see the S&P 500 looking really good right now. If you go on a lower time frame basically, the S&P 500 is back above that weekly pivot, and right now is testing that first weekly pivot resistance, as you can see right here, 5,980 basically. So it is possible that maybe the price struggles around here, then takes a dip, once again tests that weekly pivot as support, and then it's up again to these all-time highs for the stock markets basically. So this is my outlook as of right now, looking really good basically, guys. And this is why I'm expecting also Solana finally having a bigger move to the upside also. As you can see, currently being rejected from that weekly pivot right here at $162. So it is possible that we, if we get rejected, that we go back to that first weekly pivot support that we bounced from. And then once again, if we do that, then we can try to break above that weekly pivot for Solana. Basically, that is my outlook. And if we go to that Bitcoin dominance, guys, you can see the Bitcoin dominance is the catalyst basically for all the altcoins. So we did get a perfect rejection from that weekly pivot for the Bitcoin dominance, and right now we are back below that weekly pivot, and I would like to see another rejection right here, and then a potential another potential move to the downside for the Bitcoin dominance. So our altcoins Ethereum, Solana can start going to the upside. Also, if we look at Sui basically the same. We got a rejection from that weekly pivot basically, same as Solana. But if we look at another altcoin, for example Hype, the Hyperliquid Perpetual DEX token, basically you can see it is gaining very strong momentum to the upside, breaking above that weekly pivot and also breaking above that value area high. So our next stop for Hype will be around almost $39, and then the $40 mark basically to a new all-time high for Hype. Basically very strong momentum right now, and Hype is also token in my opinion with a very big future, since billions of dollars are traded every day on Hyperliquid, guys. So this token is a buy for me, as you know. Also ETH right now is a buy for me. Basically Solana also, we are basically, the altcoins are still at discount prices. If you look at them on a bigger picture, basically you can see it is very possible that we get a potential move to the upside for all of these altcoins to approximately another 100% or so. Basically, if we do pump for another 100% on Ethereum, this will be new all-time highs for Ethereum also. That will take us to around 4,500, almost $5,000 for ETH. And so I'm still leaning very bullish, as long as the stock markets keep also going up and they do not make some kind of a correction like they did right here. Then I will be expecting a bigger correction also for the crypto markets once again. But as of right now, everything is looking good. The markets are looking strong, guys. So as I said in my previous videos, it is possible that Bitcoin has bottomed out right here, as we can see, and then we can expect in the next couple of weeks, basically for this new month, that as you can see right here, basically we do have a very strong monthly candle basically. So as I mentioned before, it is possible that we go up once more to 123,000. As you can see, it is very possible target, since also our last weekly pivot resistance is sitting right here at around $123,000 basically. So very bullish for Bitcoin as of right now. As I said, it's very possible also the weekly starting to look good once again. We need to see our momentum continue to the upside and our RSI momentum also clip to the upside once again, and maybe do something like this, like we got right here, as you can see, in the green. Then basically it means we are oversold here, right here, overbought, and here we are still not overbought. So in my opinion, we do have another push to the upside basically, and then we can do something like this, and then maybe price can get a bigger cool off, but only time will tell for right now. But as of right now, everything is looking good. And if we basically go to the Bitcoin ETF inflows, as you can see, we did have another inflows right here from all of the big investors basically, but it is possible that they start buying once again, then it will push the price even higher. And as you can see, we're still in that neutral zone in the Fear and Greed index basically, but we are starting to creep back into that grid. As I said, we do not tend to stand a lot time in the neutral zone, so basically very possible that we go back to that grid once again if Bitcoin starts hitting new all-time highs. And also if we look at the crypto funding rates, they are still low, and almost all of them are still positive, so that's also a very good sign for the bull market to continue. Also, if we look at the longs to short ratios on the daily time frame, we can see right now we flipped the shorts, so there are basically more longs in the market right now. As you know, last week we did have a lot more of shorts opened during this correction right here. If we go on a lower term time frame, basically during this correction for Bitcoin, we had a lot more shorts in the market open, but as of right now, as you can see, we do have a lot of longs still open. So this is my outlook for now for Bitcoin. As I said, once we get above that weekly pivot, guys, then I'm expecting a potential move to the all-time highs once again. So this will be it for today's video, and like and subscribe for the channel, guys, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.